let's cut right to the chase of, I don't even know if that's how you say that, but let's get to what is this about, because I told them I made a promo video that was wrong. So I honestly don't even know what it's about. That's why you're here.
Well, Kirk has been going after Craig with some regularity, and Sneaks thinks Craig's kind of a pussy that he won't fight back. So
okay.
Mr. Blind Mike Sneakers was interested in breaking down the audio, and then he was bringing in a panel of esteemed judges.
Got it.
Opinion.
Some non-biased judges to guide us. Got it. So let's do this. We'll bring in Sneaks. We'll let him explain it a little bit, and we'll bring in those non-biased judges. And also, I think we have Craig's brother Chris here. So let's do that. Sneaks. Steve from Providence. Fez, we're missing one.
I've never wanted to kill myself so bad as I do right now. This is so bad. This is what, like, my father. If my father, like, this is what I don't understand. Like, I watched a show yesterday for a little bit of a guy. He was podcasting to about 3 or 4 people, and I was like, I feel bad for this guy. I feel so bad for myself right now. Like, this is
if
so
you haven't fucking
bad.
killed yourself yet, you can shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you're just all right. So Sneaks, I'm happy to have you here. It's good to have someone like you on the podcast or on the show that brings viewers, because we know you do. Not these two down low, but what is this about? What is this really about here?
Well, let's play the clip.
All right, so do we want to just go straight to the clip?
Yeah,
let's
get right into it.
We'll break it down. Okay. Yep. All right, I'm gonna bring in this guy. He's here too. Do you want to say anything before we break this down? Nailed it. All right, let's play it.
Had this one custom made.
Custom made.
It's his logo right there.
You're like custom made? Yeah, like he asked Craig to change the size of something.
Yeah, I don't want some huge fucking logo in the middle of a sweatshirt.
Yeah, the ones we sell. I hate the fact fact you're friends with that producer too, Dave. Honestly, I really hate that fucking guy. Like, that's not a joke. I hate that fucking guy.
You don't?
No. Oh, no, I hate him. I do. I went around, like, when I came back. I listened to some podcast, and he was on one where he was talking about speculating about coming back. I'm like, I fucking hate people. Like God, he doesn't do that, does he? He did, yeah, on some guy's podcast. God. I was like, I've literally and then he was like, him not to. He's like, that. Kirk made fun of my kid once, and I'm like, what the fuck? Man? It's a fucking, aren't you like Mr. I call people gay, and like, which is a tough guy? Okay, like, what do you want me to say? I said, like, if somebody like him is going to have a kid who has issues, like, it's just the way the world works. He's a fucking, he's a. Again, one bump away in the birth canal from being in a fucking home all the time.
Great.
That's great.
All right. So let's break this down. Now we can re-listen to it at any point in time. We could pull it up. Sneaks, I'm gonna let you lead the charge here. I know you're more prepared. And then
just play the clip again, and I'm gonna tell you when to stop it. All right.
Oh, time out, John. Can you please move Steve from Providence to the top right corner? I need to get a picture of him with the GVE logo to send to Kirk tomorrow.
He has no choice.
I wouldn't be a member of that because I have a fucking job. So you fucking idiot.
Hey, we're gonna play the clip. Settle down.
What are you talking about? This is a fake company. That is a job. All right. Sneaks, I'm gonna add this. We'll play. Okay.
Had this one custom
You tell
made.
me when.
Custom
made. It's his logo.
You're like custom made? Yeah, like he asked Craig to change the size of something.
Yeah, I don't want some huge fucking logo in the middle of a sweatshirt.
Yeah, the ones we sell. I hate the fact
fact
you're friends with that producer too, Dave. Honestly.
Stop it right
here.
Now, right there, you can hear in Kirk's voice how mad he is at Dave for talking to Craig. You can hear a little bit of jealousy right there. He's annoyed. Let's play it again.
You want the same thing back?
Go. Keep going.
Change the size of something.
Yeah, I don't want.
I hate the fact you're friends with that producer too, Dave. Honestly, I really hate that fucking guy. Like, that's not a joke. I hate that fucking guy.
You don't?
No. Oh, no, I hate him.
Stop it.
I do. I went around, like, when I came back.
Stop. You can hear Cullinane in that clip. Just
What are we
just
doing?
like he got punched in the stomach right there. Like he knows like Kirk's not joking around now. Kirk's pissed, and Dave's like, "Oh no, oh he's mad at me again."
Right.
You want to comment on that, Steve?
I think that if you showed as much, I guess what was that called? What would that be called? If you showed as much passion into your hockey career as you did as these tapes, you probably would have made it further than a podcast.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
We knew this was going to happen. Steve's coming on, and he's getting on his knees now. He's trying to get in the good graces.
Yeah, Steve's going to try to fucking bully sneakers for fucking Kirk. Like, you're going to walk fucking 88 miles to his house or what tonight?
Yep. And you know what? I wasn't going to say this, but Steve told me that Cullinan's getting a divorce. Yes, he did. And that's why Cullinan left the 14 in the beginning, because he didn't want anyone to find out. So, Steve, that's on you. So if we want to keep this up, we'll keep it up.
So
I am enjoying.
Make sure to clip that and tag Dave Cullinan and the Kirk Minahan.
I am enjoying.
We have people here already. We have people here already that just did it. So don't worry. We're already on top of that. We got the
keep going,
we got
please,
the
by all means.
All right,
Sorry, Snake.
so this is what the third episode that Kirk's come back, and we've had Dave and Blind Mike, doing the fake laugh and trying to butter up Kirk. Don't piss him off. Now they're both starting to realize Kirk's mad right now. So let's play it.
Play it again? You want to play it again?
I listened to some podcast, and he was on one where he was talking about speculating about coming back. I'm like, I fucking hate people. Like
God, he doesn't do that, does he?
He did, yeah, on some guy's podcast.
God.
I was like,
I've literally.
And then he was like,
him not to
he's
do
like,
that.
oh, Kirk made fun of my kid once. And I'm like,
stop it.
Yeah, stop it. Yeah.
Blind Mike now, the rat. Literally telling Craig not to talk about Craig. Is that gutless?
It's fair. It's a fair point. I mean, it's a fair point.
Steven?
Telling Craig not to talk about Craig? What are we talking about here? What?
Hey, Chris, shut your fucking mouth.
Shut up, Chris.
What are we doing?
All right, so let me ask you this.
What are we
Sneaks.
doing?
Why are you? All right, why are you? So what would you like the ultimate outcome to be? What would you prefer the outcome be? Because Craig has decided not to come on and defend
Craig's
himself.
a pussy. Craig's being a huge pussy right now, crying in the private
Sneakers,
chat.
Sneaks, why are you so mad right now? You sound so mad.
Oh, is that red?
Yeah, what are you so mad about? What are you doing?
Oh, that's
I'm not red.
Oh.
Red. I'm not mad. Red. I'm not mad.
You
But
sound
this guy,
very angry.
Craig should be selling doormats right now. VGS doormats, because Kirk's wiping his fucking feet all over him. Why not the rest of us get on this, right? I mean,
I
this
just
is
have one
embarrassing.
question. Would you recommend that maybe Craig should drive by the studio with like an Italian sub? And
Hold on. Why are you doing that? Why don't you get a little backstory? So Sneaks, let me ask you a question. So before we get into this, there was an incident that took place a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago.
Oh, here we go.
Where you allegedly were calling people's relatives, and I don't know if it was said that you were threatening or whatnot. How exactly? Because I don't think you've had a chance to say exactly what happened. We've heard other versions of it.
Well, I talked to you on the phone that day, so.
Uh-oh. The truth is coming.
So what happened? Tell me exactly what happened.
Where'd you get the number?
All right,
Yeah, where'd you get the address?
I would love to break that down because I'm involved in that actually.
Do you want to break that down?
We can.
I got out of work early. I finished my shift early. I stopped by my old neighborhood, Newton. Stopped at the deli, got a sandwich.
Does the store speed up, or what are we doing here?
As I was sitting there, I'm like, you know what? I go, this asshole's still at the studio. The studio's right down the street. I should just drive by and, see if I see him walk into his car or something. So Steve calls me up, gives me the address to the studio.
Yeah.
Your nose is already big enough. I mean,
so I swing by, and Steve's like, yeah, he drives a great car. I'm like, oh, it's right there. He goes, the studio's in the top right. So I start beeping a little bit, and I see the blinds. The guys are in the chat, fucking with them. And now he realizes I'm out there, and I see the blinds going up. I see Justin. So I give him a little wave. The blinds go back down. I do a little circle around the block, come back, beep. Beep again, park. The blinds go up again. And now they're gone. And that was it.
Is it true that you saw him running out with pizza boxes and Mountain Dew cans flying everywhere, running to his car?
In his wake.
All right. So you did you call his relatives? Did you call his relatives?
Never called his relatives. I called him that morning on my way to work. And he got all pissy pants on me.
Okay, so there was no threatening. You didn't threaten anybody, correct?
No one got threatened. Only people got threatened were my kids.
Okay, so later on that evening, you're at home with the family, and you're sleeping in bed, and all of a sudden the wife nudges you, and you think that she wants a little something from you. And what does she say?
It wasn't a nudge. It was get up. There's a cop here. Look, there's a cop here that wants to talk to you. I thought she was fucking with me.
Oh no.
Fair enough. And that was the last time that you contacted him, correct? So.
Well, I believe Justin's dad might have talked to you. Is that?
Well, I called Justin earlier on my ride home from work that day. After a couple hours later, to see if he was okay. And his dad picks up. What a fucking idiot his father is. and he's sitting there yelling at me. I'm like, buddy, I go, shut up. I go, he's harassing everybody. And he started yelling back at me. My son's doing his job. Goes, the police will be at your house tonight. I was like, whatever. I thought he was fucking with me till my wife woke me up.
So he abused his cop power to send people.
The cop didn't. The cop's like, I don't know. The cop's like, these papers aren't even filled out right. So just a typical Trudell didn't do the full fucking job. His father couldn't even fill out the paperwork right.
Why do you always say that Tony and Gig stink?
They smell. Anyone's ever been around Gig or Tony, they know they smell like cigarettes, stink.
Do you have any? So, do you have any comment?
We did invite Justin onto the show, but he declined the opportunity to.
I can't imagine why.
He won't associate with us. That has nothing to do with you guys. It's just
for a guy that worked for Kirk Minahan, that it's all about bringing people into the show so you can hear both sides. I thought it was only fair.
Yeah, it's odd.
All right.
So I guess the big question is, what does the panel think that Craig should do?
Stop building his studio.
Craig needs to realize he's a knife salesman. He's not a podcast guy.
I mean, he needs to go tell Mike to go take a walk in the polar bear exhibit at the Roger Wheeler Zoo next time he says something like that to him.
I mean, I will agree with Sneaks on that. Like, those two will throw fucking Craig under the bus so fast. It's insane what those people will do.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do.
I understand that. Yeah, I do understand that too.
Yeah.
It's just like, when it comes down to
have some fun with it, It's just just joking around.
You're building a podcast studio in your house.
Yeah.
So this guy obviously thinks he's going to make it being a podcast guy.
Well, I mean, it's his hobby, Sneaks. It's his hobby. Like you
built a studio. I didn't build an arena in my backyard to play hockey.
I'm not shaming you for buying your rollerblades, am I? But that's your hobby, Sneaks. So your hobby is rollerblading.
Is inline blading.
Yeah. So what? So that's his hobby. Just let the man have it. Okay.
He built this. No, it's not his hobby. He wants to quit selling knives to be a radio guy.
Why are you worried about what he's doing on the side for his hustle? That's what he does. You hike mountains and eat Italian
There's no hustling.
Nobody gives you a hard time about that.
There's no hustling. Have you seen this man?
I was giving the guy some friendly advice. If a major Barstool podcast, as Cullinane said, massive audience, is talking about you, why wouldn't you play the game?
He should be honored. I think Craig should be honored that they're shitting on him. I think.
Red, when are you going to stop sucking Cullinane's cock?
What are you talking about? How have I sucked his cock? Give me an
I
example.
think you reply to everything that he sends out in 7 seconds.
Killer, all I ask for are examples, please. Can you give me examples?
Your whole timeline today.
Consistency.
It's the consistency. The consistency is that it's okay. It'd be honored if Kirk Minahan roasted you if you could roast him back. Instead, he cries like a little bitch and runs his mouth to his minions. I think, Red, you know that. I know that. You make fun of that guy. Next thing you know, your balls are plastered across the internet.
Okay, so Kirk makes fun of him. All Craig has to do is just make fun of him back. That's totally fine.
Thank you. That's all
Craig wants to do that, he should do it. But if Craig doesn't want to, he doesn't have to do that, Sneaks. That's okay. It's all right.
It's okay. That's why I'm here calling him a pussy.
Sneaks, I feel like you're using Craig because you're upset with Kirk. So you're using Craig as like some kind of like obese meat shield for whatever you're upset with Kirk. Yeah. Like you're using Craig because you're mad at Kirk for whatever reason because he said something about your kids. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong. I'm not upset. Yeah, you're wrong.
You sound upset. What are you talking about?
This is how I talk. I'm always upset. I'm not upset with him.
Red,
if I was upset, I'd just call back in.
Just wondering, Fez, can you just hit on the rumor that Craig chain smokes cigarettes in bed? Like, is there any truth to that?
Yeah. So one of the big reasons that his wife is sleeping at her mother's house is because Craig fell asleep smoking cigarettes and almost burnt the house down. So Craig is
fucking quahog ashtray. What a fucking scumbag!
Yes, Craig was smoking. He had his Camel Unfiltered. He fell asleep, and the mattress went up. And now
how great is that? The entrance to that fucking studio is right near the safety gate to the pool. How fucking perfect is that? And there's mulch bags stacked everywhere. What a fucking shithole! It's like Poppy's handiwork. I'm on this show with fucking drug addicts. This is fucking
Those, what the fuck?
Perfect. My wife's at Hamilton, and my kids are eating cookie dough upstairs. And I'm downstairs in my basement with you guys.
Is fucking Venmo working yet? For Christ's sake?
I was waiting for that joke, dude. I was waiting for that. I was going to change Steve's name to that.
What a fucking asshole.
So, Steve, I guess I got a question. Are you no longer part of the OG gang? Are you, is Tim and Canton and you had a split?
No, Tim's a fucking great guy. There's not even a show anymore, you fucking idiot.
Well, people are clamoring for it.
No one's
it's funny to see. It's funny to see the tooth pathways.
I am just looking. I am honestly looking for the Jennifer Faye College Fund link. I'm willing to donate. I want to donate to a girl that did 9th grade 6 times.
What's the next?
I'm looking for.
What's the next podcast? I heard it's the cold case of who killed the woolly mammoths.
Iceman.
The Iceman. Ops. They're going after Ops.
I screenshotted a picture of the Iceman and put hair on it.
Fucking Dr. Dan, you deal with fucking kids all day long. I mean, I don't blame the guy whatsoever. Kids are assholes. I would have freaking smacked him myself. I say he's in the right.
So can we?
Sorry.
What was that, John? What are you trying to do?
It's a hilarious fucking drop calling. Hey, man.
John, Jay's not here. Shitty drops when Jay comes back.
I'm sorry, I had to do it. I had to do it.
So, Sneaks, do you got anything else?
Wait,
you got anything else? How'd your summer job? Did your
we should play the? Can you play the sound again? I want to have Sneaks break down the audio again. Can we break it down?
Yeah, we can do that.
I just want to hear him say stop.
All right.
Yeah, that was funny.
Well, I wasn't done yet.
I wasn't done yet.
Custom made?
Yeah, he has Craig to change the size of something.
Yeah, I don't want some huge fucking logo in the middle of a sweatshirt.
Yeah, the ones we sell.
I hate the fact
fact
you're friends with that producer too, Dave. Honestly, I really hate that fucking guy. Like, that's not a joke. I hate that fucking guy.
You don't?
No. Oh, no, I hate him. I do. I went around like when I came back. I listened to some podcast and he was on one where he was talking about speculating and coming back. I'm like, I fucking hate him.
Oh God, he doesn't do that, does he?
Oh God!
Stop.
How embarrassing is that Kirk's listening to Montati's World?
That's true. That's true. There's a solid point. You can't defend that.
So, Sneaks, are you done with your little part-time job right now? Are you all done with it?
I'm
Tell
done.
the
I'm done
story,
with that.
Steve.
Yeah.
Just tell the story. You're dying to tell the story.
I'm not dying to tell the story.
Tell the story.
All right.
Just tell the fucking story.
So he got a
Steve Mayhem.
he's got a part-time job. He was doomsday prepping, and he got a winter job, whatever it was. I'm not gonna say where it was. And he finished up his training, and Fez and I had this idea that it would be.
Whoa! No!
So,
the truth.
So he was done with his training, and it was his first night working. And I called up the place and said that his uncle Fezzy died, and he fucking took him off the line, and then I sent him home. It was so I fall asleep and I wake up and there's probably 50 to 100 messages of fucking Rob yelling at you guys are fucking my money.
So the best part was fucking dumb Steve from Providence goes to sleep, and Sneaker starts texting me like, "I know it was you." Be like, "You guys think you're funny," and I'm like, "Here we go." And it was all this stupid bastard in the right hand corner's idea.
I know it was Steve's idea.
All right, we also all right.
So hold on. Before I go, because my wife's gonna yell at me, is I think it's only fair we go around the room and we say, when do we think Kirk's gonna come back? So here's my thing. I think that a lot of people are getting attention, so he's gonna come right back after January, and he's gonna come back because there's someone he needs to fight. So I'm gonna say January 3rd.
Okay. Fair enough.
Steve, just wondering, are you in any part of the performance at the Wilbur? Since when the Wilbur was scheduled, you were an important piece.
No, I was not. I was never asked or asked to do anything there. It's supposedly coming up in a month or so, right?
Yeah, okay, you don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
whatever you say, man. Sold it out 2 nights.
I assume we'll have a nice picture of you on the balcony.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I have those seats, Steve. Those are my seats that I have.
Listen,
for the Wilbur.
Listen, I'm not getting into this. I'm not getting into it.
Steve.
Also, I forgot to ask Steve. Could you tell us how awesome the VFW was at Thanksgiving?
Yes, Steve.
Yeah.
I had a great time. I went down there. It was Veterans Day.
Yeah, why? Why'd you go down there?
Bullets fans.
I went down there. The commander offered me a couple of free drinks, so I went down there, and the ladies down there were
what ladies?
What ladies were they, Steve? What were you doing down there?
We sang songs.
What
you told me that you fucked them.
Yeah.
I did not say that. Stop that. Don't say that.
You told me. I got the text.
Steve, what songs did you sing?
There was a little rape being played, and
there was a little rape.
Maybe a little bed and breakfast song.
So it was all parody songs.
How do you get
so
that? Like,
you went to a VFW on Veterans Day and sung Kirk Minnigan.
I had a good time.
You had a good time. Okay. This is the lowest point of my life. I've been
living in that basement should be the lowest part of your life. Oh, fixing the thing.
How
fucking shit box.
I told you to leave my junk out of your
Here's
mouth.
the lowest point for you. There you go. There you go. Jay saying
right, mayhem. Jay's 34, telling everyone's pathetic, and he's living
What
at
a
home.
fucking job, Jay. Get up in the morning.
37, I'm hearing.
He's
Sneaks,
37?
would you hire Jay?
There's my question. There you go. You wouldn't hire him.
All right.
Oh, timeout. Actually, my other question is, Sneaks, do you have a wellness check on Pat from Lawrence? He's been missing for about a month.
Probably taking
I do appreciate how much you care
Got a
about
job.
him.
Got a job.
So Pat's mother's cat died, right? And he gave it mouth to mouth. Remember that? He gave the cat mouth to mouth, and then he brought it to get cremated. The cat's name was Pat.
Really?
I think what he did was he stole his mother's $189 and just left the state. That's a true
How
story.
long do you think that? What do you say? That 5-figure fucking settlement? I was fucking dying.
14 grand for what? 5 years?
It was fucking. What is he doing? Scooping shit? What is wrong with you people? Go to fucking work. What is wrong with you?
Go to
people?
work.
What is
He's shooting a double tree.
Taking pictures of fucking vacuum cleaner wires as they're coming out of the wall and saying, "Oh, this is a safety hazard," as the fucking ladies vacuuming the floor. What? To get a free night because you don't want to fucking pay or can't pay? What the fuck is wrong with
Steve,
you?
didn't you drive 2 hours to a VFW to sing Kirk Minahan parody songs for a fee on veggie?
What is wrong with you people? But I fucking pay. I fucking pay.
Yeah, you paid, all right.
By the pound.
I'm fucking dying. All right, I gotta go. My
kids are screaming. John, thank you very much.
It's much appreciated that you showed up, Steve. Means a lot.
Take care, guys.
Oh, one last thing.
Take it
Steve,
deep.
you didn't lose a fucking lick of weight, you fat fuck.
Thanks, Sneaks. You did great.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See you, buddy.